This is QCC alum David Russell along with Joe Massey, getting ready for the second game of this alumni doubleheader. The two alumni teams, red and blue, team up and take on the current Lady Tigers, all 7 of them.
7, huh?
There's not a lot, but like Veronica Sherman used to say at BMCC, you can only have 5 on the court at a time, so it really doesn't matter.
Wasn't she great, Veronica Sherman, that one year that she brought them all the way to the title and reclaimed past glory? Well, we're going to see what the young Tigers are not really like made of, but we'll get an idea of what they look like anyway.
This game was big last year. Remember the 14-15 team blew a big lead late.
And Erica Redwood was playing in that game, right?
Yeah, and that kind of got them into shape for the regular season. They saw the games were 40 minutes long.
Well, I talked to Erica out there while she was warming up, and she has a couple of things in her sights in terms of playing on maybe the Division II level, perhaps. So we wish her the best in whatever she decides to do.
Sure. And we hope this game is better than the men's alumni game when they were down by 28 at halftime to the old-timers.
By the way, we said she has the size to play a little bigger competition, and she might be able to parlay that into something. I also saw Henry Birch between games downstairs, and his sister plays with the current Tigers.
And the current Tigers are down 2-0. 6 seconds in. Sabrina Moore.
As the alumni start to roll again. And by the way, Henry Birch, one of the nicest young men you've met, too, over the years.
Shot was no good.
I started it out by saying, the fastest guy on the court right here, because that's what he always seemed like. He told me he would like to get a semi-pro opportunity also, so I wish him the best in it.
Almost looked like a set shot, right, by Roslanowski?
All new girls for the Lady Tigers, as well as being 5 now and 7 overall.
4-0 alumni.
Sly pulling the trigger.
And there's the first basket for Queensboro. We'll get the total rosters at halftime. So we have some of the names, but the numbers are all different. Here's a three-pointer. No good. Rebounded by Latham, and she puts it in off glass, and it's 6-2.
If you want me to, I'll take a walk over there and see what I can come up with.
You just want to get away from me, but it's okay. I get it. I'm not offended.
You have a few of the numbers anyway?
I have a few of them.
Yeah.
The tie-up called, and Freddie DeJesus is one of the refs.
That's right.
Former Bronx women's coach. He started the program there. He was there 1 year. Pete Cepeda was his assistant. Last year, Pete Cepeda, as the head coach, led Bronx to the CUNY championship.
Terrific coach, Pete Cepeda, and a good guy, I have to say. I have spoken to him here on many occasions, and we spend 25 minutes talking basketball. 25 minutes, David.
And then when Pete walks away, goes, who was that guy?
Absolutely, but he gives you the time, and I have to credit him for that. Of course, David Chambers, no less. I mean, he'll talk to you anytime about everything in his program. And he's got a lot to talk about this year, though.
Tough defense. Nobody seemed like they wanted to take a shot. Then stepping out of bounds, ball goes to the alumni. It seemed a little hesitant. She was right under the basket and went back out.
Well, you're not going to shoot the ball well when you're hesitant, that's for sure. You have to get everything in gear, and you have to be fluid about it.
That pass is picked off. Bounce pass along 2 is no good. Dominique Williams the rebound and running the other way.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Alumni leading 6-2. Weathers Nice pass, Sabrina Moore for three. No good. And Queensboro has the ball. Now it's on the floor, picked up by the Alumni. Leathers puts it in off glass. And David Chambers calls timeout. 7:10 to go in the first. And a good start for the Alumni. Hopefully this doesn't turn into shades of the men's Alumni game. The current Tigers trailed by 28 at halftime to the Old Timers. Though the third man in the booth, Mike Kerr, was here for that game. And as he pointed out, it's not so bad when you look like this now. If they still look like this in February, then it's a problem. Look, some of these alumni may have played together more than some of the current Tigers have played together, at least in game. Queensboro out of the timeout. Nice passing. It's a long two, no good. She's 0 for 3 now, but got it back and missed again. Now Diomi Birch dribbles out. Nice ball movement, but the shot is no good. So the Alumni have the ball, and they have an 8-2 lead. Sabrina. And there's a nice shot. Nicole Sly makes it 10-2. Maybe Queensboro a little flustered coming out here. Birch misses. Rebounded by Williams. And now Sabrina running the other way. Pass was a little behind Leathers. She'll take it back out. Leathers launches a three, and it's good! Leathers from downtown. It's 13-2. .5:45 to go in the first quarter. Alumni in the 2-3 zone. Couldn't ask for a better start if you're the Alumni. Here's a three-pointer, no good, and rebounded by Sly. Sabrina going all the way to the basket, couldn't finish. Everything was impressive except at the very end. And going all the way and missing was Samira Ahmed. And Sabrina slows it down. It's enough of that. Let's run an actual offense. Latham, good defense, goes back outside. Leathers steps into a three, and it's good! Simone again, 16-2. Probably not the start David Chambers wanted, and a terrible pass. Here's Williams. Nice. Leathers gonna try another three, and that one is no good.
I see the Alumni are alumniing it up.
Joe, you're gone for 2 minutes. It's 16-2. You miss everything. Here's Sabrina coming back the other way. It's called it early. I thought Diomi for three, corner, air ball. And Ahmed puts it in, 16-4. And a foul called with under 4 minutes to play.
Wow.
What else can you say?
Defense. Well, this is a good starting pad for the young ladies. They have not played a game yet, or have they?
Well, they played Brooklyn College and lost 88-30. Although Brooklyn College is in a better
Brooklyn's
conference.
Pretty good.
Yeah. don't take anything away from that, really.
A lot of 4-year players, too.
Oh, Leathers is called for traveling.
Were you here for that game?
Fortunately not.
Okay.
I think that was at Brooklyn.
I was going to ask you if the same fella is still coaching Brooklyn. He's been there for several years. Good friend of mine came in. He was just a boy when he came in.
(16-4) Alumni, and that pass is thrown right to Tiberi. Unfortunately for Queensboro, Tiberi is not on the Lady Tigers anymore. Latham, jumper, no good, and hauled in by Ward. I think the passing game has left a lot to be desired, although that was a nice effort to get that back.
By the way, the girl down there who gave me some of the numbers and names that's keeping rebounds at the table, she might have put a nice star next to Ward for that last rebound. That was a nice one. She just cleared out under there. Mm-hmm. Little size for an Ace Ward. She's going to be a ball player, I think.
She was here last year on the team that made the CUNY championship game.
There you go. You know, someone like her is going to have to lead a little bit.
And now Candeja gets to play against some of her former teammates. Naomi Birch is guarding her. Three-pointer, no good. And I think Birch touched it last. It'll stay with the Alumni.
A lot of new girls. Birch is back and Ward is back. And they are not bad players, by the way.
Sly throws up an air ball.
And I understand that Birch is not a bad student either.
And here's Birch for three. No good. And then a tie-up. It'll stay with Queensboro, the current.
So you're going to give Birch, if the information I have is correct, you have to give her a good hand because she's doing it in all aspects here at the college.
I guess she's the new Torres. She likes to take a lot of threes. Doesn't matter if they're not going. She's going to keep putting them up.
And, of course, you come to school, to excel in school, and if she's doing that, that's really good.
Yeah.
Carroll got the rebound.
Williams bounced past to Carroll. Her shot is no good, but she was fouled.
That's a nice player to play against, Carroll, isn't it? I mean, gives you an idea of maybe what you're going to face when you play one of the tougher teams in the conference or in the region. Particularly in the region, they have big girls playing at some of those schools. We saw some game in here 2 years ago. Remember when the big girl came in? Oh,
yeah. It's nice that, in a way, Queensboro was down early to start the game like this because now for the first time facing adversity in a game.
Remember we saw that other team come in on the men's side and they had that kid that just dominated the game. I forgot his name.
Well, I feel like that was a lot of games against Queensboro.
No, but I mean, this guy was like a physical
Yeah, for Suffolk, I think he had 37 points.
Yeah.
Carroll puts it in, 18-4. I think he had 37 out of the 76.
He just did everything. He was super.
There's a one-handed shot. Maybe it was a pass. We can make believe it was a pass. Birch puts it in.
Whatever gets it done.
18-6.
You know, I understand the Bronx coach was let go last year on the women's side. And that's tough.
Does no good. Sabrina gets it back.
The Hostos women's coach, I'm sorry.
Carroll, no good. And rebounded by Ward, and then a foul called against the Alumni.
So David Chambers of Queensboro was telling me the BMCC coach is new this year. The Hostos coach is new.
It's not just the players that rotate at the 2-year level.
Yeah, that'll probably be a factor this year, too, that they have new coaches. The girl at Bronx did a very good job.
Hostos.
Yeah, Hostos. I'm sorry.
Well, it's in the Bronx, see?
But, yeah, that's why I'm saying it. Not far
You're in the right borough.
Not far from me.
Counted on the foul.
Hey, they've gotten to work a little bit here. They've settled themselves, gotten the ball to Ward. and she's a player. She's a player. They've had some big girls here at Queensboro playing that low post, and Ward can be a pretty good one. McNeil was with the club last year too, number 11.
Yeah. Couldn't finish the three-point play. 18-8. Current Lady Tigers have scored 4 in a row.
Yeah, they've slowed down the Alumni a little bit.
Yeah, the Alumni have cooled off. Simone Leathers wasn't going to hit every three. Redwood a floater. I think somebody may have gotten a piece of it.
As I said, Redwood still has ambitions to play somewhere, so she's going to play this game, as well as she can. It's not just an Alumni game for her.
There's a reach-in foul on Leathers.
And for that matter, I don't know who took a look at Carol or where she would think of playing, but somebody would have to be interested in her.
There's a long two, no good. Under 30 seconds to play. So they could hold for the final shot of the half if they choose.
The current Tigers were down 16-2. They made up a bit of ground.
Hey, it's 18-10. So they're hanging around. And that's what you want to see when you get blitzed early.
And they're making some good plays, too. And getting the ball to Ward, getting the ball to Birch a little bit.
5 seconds. Carroll trying to beat the buzzer. No good. So at the end of one, it's 18-10.
I think they're going to be all right, Dave, this year. I don't know if they're going to win a CUNY tournament title, but the difference between the women and the men here is that, and this is no knock on it on the coach or anything, is that they have a set pattern on the women's side and the tradition now that they're working with, and girls come in and they have, let's say, latched on to that tradition and what is expected of them, and it's been a big deal. It's been a big deal the last 7 years.
I think that's fair to say.
As we look it over here, it's 18-10 after one.
That was a pretty good quarter. Look, it was 16-2 about halfway through the first. You're going, uh-oh, it's the men's Alumni game on repeat, and they're going to get blitzed out of the gym. Hey, 18-10, they're right here.
Well, like I said, Carla Mengo over on the men's side, and we saw them earlier. He's in the process of trying to find what it is that's going to make him successful here, and he's brought in a number of young men, and he's had a few teams now, and sorry to say, nothing has really caught on yet, But
Year three, still looking for that first playoff appearance.
Yeah, on the women's side, when these girls come in, they know what's going to be expected of them right off the bat, because don't forget, David was with Joe during his tenure here, and the conditioning coach who is now coaching the Alumni, he's been here for 15 years. So they have a good track record, and and I'd like to say the men's program has, but it hasn't over the past 10 years.
It's very fair. A few new players for the Alumni. And that might come into play in the second half.
And by the way, it's not that the men have not had good players. They just haven't had that success. They had a Leo Asonye. They had others.
Latham, double teamed underneath. He's looking to get it out, but it's a violation. QCC ball.
So it's one thing to be laden with pretty good ball players, but it's another thing to take it to that other level where with the women, whoever gets on the court seems to add something and knows her role, and that's what's happening here.
There's a little helter-skelter. He'll stay with the current Lady Tigers.
That always happens with winning programs, and I saw that with Seton Hall for several years. Don't forget, I was on the other side of that, rooting against them practically because I had done the other team. But you notice that when they brought in new people, nothing really changed. They had DeHare 1 year, then they brought in others, and they brought in a kid, they called him the Gaza Strip. And, it was just one player after the other that just stepped into the vacuum and did what they had to do.
Well, it's funny. At the 2-year level, you would think, well, there probably aren't that many dynasties. It probably changes all the time. It seems like it's always the same teams that are competitive and the same teams that are uncompetitive. And
Look
a nice play by McNeil who lays it in.
See, that's something Delva would have done 8 years ago for Queensboro right there. Go all the way like that.
It's an 8-0 run for QCC. (18-12). Torres puts up a 3. No good. Deceiving the way it kind of fell through the net.
She had the on and off shooting, but made some big shots in the first game. Now I hope not an injury here, but it's okay.
Looked like Ward was a little shaken up, but she's good.
Now
they don't have any room for injuries, do they? There's one player on the bench.
That's right. Well, you and I have come out here together for 3-4 years. But before that, I had come out here without you, and then you came out here without me. And you're always looking for the Tigers maybe to go down a peg somewhere, but it never really happens.
Was that a coincidence when I started doing the games you stopped showing up, or did it just work out that way?
Okay. Kind of a mixed bag, I guess.
Williams, nice pass to Tricia Pierre for 3, and it's no good.
There she is again.
It's McNeil.
Oh!
And McNeil misses.
They call those gimmies, Dave, and
well,
she gave it back. Could have pulled them within 4.
Could have, but didn't.
Yeah,
and Pierre misses a 3.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to step on you there. You're apt to see that in a women's game, though, I have to say, because of the size of some of the players. They don't have the extension to get up to the basket.
You're not going to get the dunks you get from Hostos and Bronx.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Or
the Queensboro men's team didn't dunk like those Hostos and Bronx teams from a few years ago.
Or LeBron James.
Oh.
Yeah. He's slowed down a little, hasn't he?
Oh, well, I mean.
Yeah.
Langley to Pierre. We talk about Torres. Pierre's been putting up a lot of 3s today.
Yes. A little traveling there as she got caught between moves. By the way, that just shows you can't be great forever, you know?
You can, though.
Well, come on now. We're talking about a different league, Dave. No. Kobe Bryant last week comes into Madison Square Garden. They're talking about him retiring. This is going to be his last trip. He's 38 years old. Wow. He was just a kid when he came into the league.
And when he retires, he's not going to be that old. Derek Jeter made the joke last year when he retired. I just went from being old in baseball to young in life.
Telling you. I can't believe Tom Brady's 38 either. But he don't play like he's 38. He plays like he's 25.
Much to the chagrin of Jets and Bills fans everywhere.
Yes, that's another matter.
Sabrina misses again. I'm going to have to talk to Sabrina.
She missed that one, yeah.
Number of missed layups today. And the Alumni only have 2 points in about the last 7.5 minutes.
Get her another chance,
Sabrina,
Dave.
Redemption. There we go. 2012.
If it don't work, going all the way to the basket, pull up and go off glass.
And that shot is no good. You want to be where you expend a lot of energy just to get back into the game.
That shot was just not good. It was really not good either. But this is, like you said, an opportunity for him to get back in the game, and she didn't take time setting up for that.
Shot is no good.
You have to be careful against these alumni because they'll make you pay right away. I mean,
And traveling is called.
now they're getting a little choppy again.
Marva Dudley Adams was called for too many steps. 6:06 to go in the first half. Sabrina, nice pass to Candija, and then Carroll loses it.
You know what's funny? You see names at times, and then you remember names from the pros and things. And sometimes you say, I wonder if that's her uncle or her, or her grandfather, or who knows?
And that's thrown to the alumni bench.
See, the thing is, Dave, not everybody's son or daughter is going to be a Division I star or, inherit their basketball ability, but they'll gravitate towards the game, and they might play Division II, might play Division III. You never know.
No.
You never know.
Still a single-digit game. Queensboro hanging around. Tiberi in the corner. Go inside, Carroll, no good. Tipped, and Carroll gets it back. Nice play by Candija. Go to the basket and off glass.
Nice
22-12.
pass, yeah. Nice pass by Candija. Wrapped it around a little bit and made it a little bit of a fancy pass on the move.
Carroll to Redwood, just like the last few years. And that shot is good. McNeil.
Showing a lot of poise on that one.
It's a 10-4 run for Queensboro. Stepping into a three, and it's good. Too easy.
Too wide open.
Yeah.
I don't think David over there is not coaching. I mean, he's trying to get these girls to do certain things. They made a nice poise shot there. Now you have to come back and play defense.
And then a miss at the other end.
And playing by quarters gives you an extra opportunity to reassess things, too, as you go along.
Carroll had to go through her hands. She said, my bad. She's laughing about it. Wouldn't have been laughing last year. You could laugh in the alumni game, though. It's a long two, and it's good. Ahmed.
So, Dave, when you were up in the press booth a couple of weeks ago, you didn't miss any triple plays, did you?
No.
Okay.
Because nobody was calling me. Well, inside joke for anybody who's listening.
Isn't that kind of... what's the word for it?
Well, if you watch the movie also, he's calling from a phone booth.
Yeah, I know.
He couldn't even wait to get home to tell him.
When you think about what happened over the last year, you showing me that shot and then what you were doing, I mean, what do you call it? A little eerie, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. As Redwood will go to the line.
Did you have like an iota in your mind that you were going to do that, or did you already know that?
No, just worked out that way.
All right. Well, they had come back. They made a nice poise shot, but since then it's been the alumni taking a little control again, and this is not a bad game. I mean,
see, I think in the second half, the current team might wear down, because I know it's only 5 on the court at a time, but the alumni could keep putting in new people.
True.
Queensboro has one sub. I think they had 2 subs at the beginning of the game. Now they have 1.
But the other team can put in newer people in terms of years. So maybe that'll even it out a little. Who knows? Got to hand it to the alumni. They've come to play the second game here. Again, like last year.
Remember, last year was the Lady Tigers kind of blowing out the alumni, but then there was a big comeback at the end. That was a really good game.
Yeah, this one they've had control of most of the half. Good get back to steal that ball there.
Birch misses. Sabrina was asking for a traveling call. Here's Sabrina, another chance and a nice pass. That shot is no good. The Alumni have missed a lot of baskets about 5 feet away. Here's a long 2, and it's no good. And then everybody forgot about Ahmed.
They forgot the ball. Yeah, Sabrina was smart there, though. She knew she couldn't make it all the way, so she did pass it off. They just couldn't convert on it. Now it's a 9-point game, and with the 3-point shot, you're never really that far out of it. Look at that.
Nice pass. Sabrina couldn't score. Candija with the basket. 29-18. 2 minutes to go in the first half.
Kind of nice to have Carol on your side in those situations.
Very nice. That shot is no good.
She might have rushed that one, too. I think they could have taken a little time there.
Redwood, jumper, good. 31-18, under 100 seconds to play in the first.
Well, again, as in the first game, those two girls have been the biggest factors, Carol and Redwood.
There's a nice shot by McNeil.
And McNeil's played a good first half, by the way.
Yeah.
Not afraid to put up shots, and she made a few of them and has brought Queensboro back when they've been behind. Good box out there. You got to watch everything they do. You want to do things technically well.
And
Travel.
that will be traveling.
Yeah.
Such a fine line between a good fake and traveling.
Yeah, she was looking at where she can go with the ball, and then by the time she made up her mind, she was already in the midst of the move, and that made her jerk and put herself into the traveling.
And that was a good call. Definitely traveling.
Good call. She took an extra step to the left.
1 minute to go in the first half. Sly. Deep 2 is no good. Williams the rebound. Almanzar no good. Carroll puts it in.
Oh. Well, you got Sly attacking from one side, then you have Carroll coming up and getting to the weak side rebound.
Now, one of the reasons she got the rebound is because there are 6 alumni on the court, so that'll be a technical foul.
Oh, you can't do that.
No. Maybe a trick play by Ben. 6 on 5, you get some good looks.
I was going to say, Dave, before Sly missed that shot, she used to kill opponents with that shot. That one she took right there. So adept at it. From the right of the key, from just inside the foul line. She was almost deadly with that stuff.
I wonder if the basket still counts.
They put it up on the board.
And the ref went over to the table.
Maybe they'll have to wipe it out now because...
I don't know. It might be you count it, but then the other team gets 2 shots in the ball.
Well, then it's a technical. It's a technical.
I wonder, is that...
and they're going to get the ball in the technical.
Is that worth putting at the end of a game? Hey, we'll put 6 on 5 and we'll take the technical foul?
It all depends what the score is.
I have to ask Mike Kerr. I could see him doing that. 33-22. You never know what you see in the alumni game.
Just ask Mike when he's in a good mood, though.
So never?
It's kind of funny, right? That's his on-court persona, but he's so far from that off the court that you get a kick out of it,
Yeah. Very funny guy.
Yeah.
We joke about him. He's a good guy.
Let me tell you, I know a lot of coaches, Dave, and they're one guy on the court, another guy off the court. Mm-hmm. It's amazing. You think maybe they're faking it. They're not.
It's like Sybil, right? You don't know what you're getting.
It's a game set, that they get into.
It's a long 2, no good. 10 seconds left. Alumni will have one more chance. 6-5. Dominique Williams is fouled with 3 and 6/10 seconds remaining. It's probably a gift for the Alumni because now they could set up a play.
You should have seen me when I had to get ready for a big Army game. You couldn't talk to me. You could not talk to me socially.
But nobody wanted to anyway, so it was okay.
That's right.
Williams to Sly. Torres wouldn't have counted if it went, and it didn't anyway.
There you go.
That was entertaining, though. 33-22.
all you want to see is some technically good basketball. You want to see the young ladies put up a fight and see what they have in them, and it did all of that.
And basically an even game after that opening 16-2 run. So we'll be back for the second half of this Alumni game. Second half about to begin. The Alumni are leading Queensboro 33-22. Looked like they might run away with this one. It was 16-2 about 5 minutes in. And Queensboro held their own. They've been about even in the last 15 minutes. What do you look for from Queensboro in the second half, Joe?
Which one? No, I think the young team has to continue to do some of the good things they did in that first half, which is look for good shots, be poised, and try to absorb some of the shots that the Alumni give them to take them out of this game, which they will. They'll try some of their old tactics to put the younger girls in a tough spot.
QCC looking to make it a single-digit game. I just wonder if the fatigue factor comes in.
Could.
And there's a turnover.
You know, the real factor is who's going to stop Carroll, though, and nobody seems to be able to do that this afternoon.
A lot of teams had trouble for 2 years doing it.
Sure.
I don't think there's really anybody on the current Tigers that matches up very well.
They go right back to her, too.
They did alter her shot there. Now Latham in the corner. And passes behind Leathers.
If they get that, that's going to be a layup. But
the Alumni will let them have it. 33-24.
The Lady Tigers have done some good things. With Carroll, I guess what they're going to have to do is just drop a couple of girls in on her and make it tough for her to get a good shot.
When we were talking about the fatigue with Queensboro, how about the Alumni? They just played another game.
Sure they
might
did.
be getting a little tired. That might be why they just let the Lady Tigers score on any fast break. Although Sabrina's still giving it her all.
They just played a game with twice the players, so you know, like you said earlier, they can bring any assortment of girls in there that they want. That was a tie-up, and they'll go to the benches.
Sabrina called timeout while she was on the floor with the ball.
Freddie De Jesus is one of the officials tonight, this afternoon. One of his cohorts is working down there with him, who also worked at City Tech at one point. No longer a program, by the way, in the CUNY system.
A distant memory.
Let's go to the community college women ranks and talk about who's won the most championships of all time. BMCC 7. Queensboro is second with 5, by the way. They really made that up in the last 8 years, as we said.
No whistle. And then they call 3 seconds, so it will be QCC ball.
Then comes Hostos. They won 4. So Queensboro's in second place all time in terms of tournament wins.
And Hostos was 4 in a row. Here's a three-pointer by Birch, and it's no good. Gets her own rebound and puts it in off glass. It's 33-26.
Good job by Birch. Doing what we said they should do. You know, try, second effort, hang in there, don't get discouraged.
Williams puts up a 3. It's no good. And rebounded by Ward.
Good box out.
Now Birch the other way for the Lady Tigers. Nice bounce pass. Ahmed, no good. McNeil underneath. And she is fouled.
Yeah, I didn't think McNeil would be able to get that shot back up, but she drew the foul. So give her credit there. Not bad for the young Tigers, not bad. But it takes a lot more than 2 good plays to stay, right up there in the half.
Lane violation. So McNeil will get one more chance.
Only right. That's in the rules. If there's a lane violation, you get to do the free throw over.
And she misses again.
The hat trick. They picked up their defense a little bit here, David, and they're doing a good job with it right now.
Latham. No good. Shot was altered.
So the Lady Tigers are in this one for real now to win it.
And Ahmed is called for traveling.
A few times she's done that. She's had trouble with her footwork.
We'll wait a few seconds because the ball is at the wrong end of the court.
It's a 7-point game, and again, the Lady Tigers could have pulled within 5 there. So they've come out the better team in the first couple of minutes of this third quarter.
They've scored all 4 points in the second half. Leathers to Williams. Inside Torres. Loses it out of bounds. I don't know if she's ever been that close to the basket before with the ball.
And she was in a hurry to get rid of the ball in some regard, and she didn't handle it well, and it went off her leg. As you said, that's not good area for her.
Ward misses a 3. And Sabrina gets behind the defense.
She missed one before, remember?
And Sabrina lays it in. 35-26.
Now, she never missed them when she played. Never.
Making up for lost time today. Williams with the rebound. Williams dribbles back out. Leathers, the other number 10, a long 3.
Ooh.
Almost banked it in. Torres
Wow.
with the offensive rebound. And just inside the free throw line misses. Carroll almost got a hand on it.
That was too close for her again, Dave.
McNeil, pass surprised her. She bobbled it for a moment and then just has it ripped away by Sabrina Moore. Then Sabrina's going, where is everybody? Nobody's looking for me or the ball.
See, now this is a point where they really needed to play well. They had come out, done a good job. Now they have fumbled it away a few times. And there's no rushing on the Alumni's part. None.
Sabrina outside, Torres for 3. And it's good, right in front of the Alumni bench.
Well, they worked out like the old Tigers, didn't they? They took their time and set up a great shot.
Lead back up to 12.
That was beautifully done.
Ward going inside and is fouled.
And she might have gotten away with an extra step there, too. Anyway, Ward pressing the action to get inside and get them back to the line, which they needed. After the old Tigers, the Alumni Tigers worked the ball beautifully for a basket. And now first free throw is good. And as we said, Ward, she has some size, Dave.
Ward makes both. It's 38-28. Five and a half to play in the third. Williams to Torres. Torres another 3. And that is no good and over the backboard.
Went up on the shot clock. If she gets hot, she can basically extend this lead out, so they don't want her to get hot, and they came up fortunate there. Now we'll have a timeout.
Full timeout taken by David Chambers. Might be to get his girl some rest as much as strategy.
Well, there's one thing, you don't want to leave Torres that wide open there, and you want to make it tough for her to hit those shots. She didn't hit that one, but with a three-pointer there, it would have right away went out to a 13-point lead.
10 is still manageable, though.
But right here, this is a point in a game where you have to know what you want to do. And if this were a real contest now, David Chambers is taking it in that context. He's telling them this is what you want to do from here. These are the things we want to try to do in the next 2 or 3 minutes. And this is actually good to go through this now. And
especially telling them, hey, you're the ones who are going to be out on the court the rest of this game. Don't look to the bench. There's only one girl sitting on it.
So you don't know how many times you're going to be in these situations when the season starts to really kick up. And what you do here today, could play a part in winning a few games. You never know. The Alumni come out, basically, they brought Sly into the game. She wasn't in there.
How do they match up with Sly and Carroll?
That's not going to be easy. Redwood is not out there, though.
Ward is fouled by Sly before the shot.
And see, the other question is, how is Sly going to guard maybe a Ward or somebody else? But that was not a bad foul because they're not over the limit. Now you have to look for that matchup problem, and that ball got deflected. Now a lazy dribble, and she wasn't looking for her.
McNeil. Long two is no good. It's funny, either take the three or just go inside and get a short two. Took a really long two, but Queensboro keeps getting offensive rebounds. Birch for three, no good, and Ward dropped it. So this is about the fourth chance for QCC. Still have 18 on the shot clock. Birch going inside. Jumper is no good. They had 4 chances but couldn't put the ball in the basket.
Yeah, you could see the Lady Tigers a little nervous in handling the ball that time and trying to get a good shot.
And Carroll puts it in off glass. They forgot to box out.
That was easily done, wasn't it? I mean, she got in position. She knew exactly where to go.
Traveling.
She slipped. They don't have good traction in some spots on that floor. They go over to that rosin mat there and get the sneakers soaked up with a little rosin there, maybe.
Alumni leading 40-28, under 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Torres thought about another three. Now going inside, little hook shot is no good. Short, Carroll the rebound, no good. Torres trying to chase it down. It was last touched by Queensboro.
Yeah, that ball was poked away from Torres just before she was getting to it, so it's a good call, and it was knocked away by who, Dave?
Marva Dudley Adams. And Torres another three. It's no good.
No, I'm just fooling around. You said Queensboro knocked it out. And that's easy to do today.
We'll call the current team Queensboro and the Alumni the Alumni.
All right, now we stipulated that. Now it's understood.
McNeil. She's had a nice game.
She has. In spots, she's been a big bell ringer for this team, as they say.
40-30.
Now they have to play the defense they were playing before. They've gotten away from it a little bit.
Pass was intended for Torres, but picked off by Ahmed.
If you play defense, a lot of good things can happen.
Birch for three. And it's good. Hey, it's a 7-point game.
Couldn't hit one before, and she finally got one on the mark there. She had a few of them before. She couldn't put it down. That one was right on. And defense keys a lot of things.
Torres steps into a 3. That's no good. Carroll, the offensive rebound. Trisha Pierre for 3. No good. And Carroll almost got another one. And Birch gets behind the defense.
That should be an easy 2.
And it is. It's 40-35.
All because of the defensive effort now, David. And maybe the Alumni getting a little weary at this point, maybe.
2:05 to go in the third. Pierre going inside. Tough shot, and a foul is called against QCC.
Again, they did a good job. They didn't fill that lane at the very last, and she found the opening and went down there, but they made it tough for her, and she'll shoot the free throws.
And some fresh legs going in for the Alumni. 4 new players going to check in. It's funny, Pierre at the line isn't right on the foul line. She's a little back.
Yeah, I guess she gets a better look at the basket from there. Some people go to the right of the foul line. Some people in the past have done it underhand. Yeah.
All the lines on this court sometimes trick people, and they'll be at the one in front. And then the ref says, no.
And sometimes it's a vision thing, too, that you're looking down at those lines and you throw yourself off and you have to re-gauge yourself. Because free throws, they're a lot of concentration, Dave. And she didn't look good on either of those.
And Carroll had a good look but missed.
There you go.
And this
big
is the
break.
Reverse of last year's game. Now it's the current team coming back.
It's a big break for the current team, too. They need to do something with it.
Birch misses. There's an offensive rebound. Maybe try to shoot too soon. Sabrina the other way. Counted on the foul. Sabrina Moore.
Yeah, you had the feeling Sabrina was going to make her move of the game right there in that situation. She got fouled, too, and that is a big play right there. Minute 36 in the third quarter. No, that's not a mistake. They're playing by quarters here. See if she can cash in on the free throw. No.
I think David Chambers will end up boxing out on the missed free throws.
Yeah, almost a cardinal sin right there.
Hey, you turn some of those into 4 or 5 point possessions if you don't get the rebound. Birch for 3, no good.
They've been a little unsteady the last 2 trips when they got within striking distance, and they have to settle down a little bit. Got to get back to that defensive end.
Tough shot is no good. Almanzar almost got an offensive rebound.
You know what happens, Dave? When you play good on the defensive end, that settles you down a little bit, allows you to get back in the flow of the game.
Lost it, and Carroll has it for the Alumni. 45 seconds to go in the third. Alumni leading by 7. Moore inside. Carroll turnaround shot. No good. Almanzar, the offensive rebound. It's one thing when Carroll gets the offensive rebounds. When it's the smaller girls, it's a little different.
Yeah, well, Almanzar, she knows her way around, and she kind of sneaks in there. And
Queensborough can hold for the final shot.
She's a funny girl because she's like a mid-sized girl almost.
10 seconds to go. 3-pointer, no good. Leathers isn't going to shoot.
Yeah, no reason to rush there. I didn't mean Almanzar was like a funny comedian girl. I meant like her size makes it difficult sometimes because you don't think she's big enough, but then she's not small either. So you might take your eye off her, and I've seen her do that, and a good pickup by you that she's been doing that a few times tonight.
She plays bigger than she is. And still within striking distance. This game 7 points.
And there are players like that, David. You look at them on the court, and you wonder how they do what they do, because you go, they don't look that impressive, but somehow the girl missed her, or the guy missed him, and he got in there. And it's a timing, it's a knack, and to go along with that funny size that she has. She uses all of that. That's what makes a ball player sometimes.
We'll see how much gas Queensboro has left in the tank.
Well, it's been a real good Alumni against the regular team's game here. This is good.
This
good
is better
game.
than the men's Alumni game.
Sure.
Although there was drama to see if the Alumni would get to 100 points, which they did with 2 seconds to go.
There was a drama in that game, and there was a letdown for the Alumni, for the regular Queensboro squad. Let's see if the ladies here can maybe push it over top. They have 10 minutes to do it, David, and they're down by 7. So this is anybody's ball game yet. But they have to play well. I mean, they're not going to win this if they make unforced errors and things like that.
Certainly the Alumni had 16 points in the first 5 minutes plus and only 26 in the last 25 minutes. The Queensboro defense is clamped down.
And the Alumni is really going to make them earn this by moving the ball. Nothing is going to be done quickly.
Redwood is fouled.
And that's a big addition back to the lineup, by the way.
Once you play good defense, you force a missed shot, now you got to get the rebound.
See, now there's no how did she do it with Redwood. You just look at her and you could see how she gets to that ball there.
Redwood splits the free throws. It's 43-35.
It's a funny game, just like all of them. How much do you want to be part of a team at times, and what are you willing to do to make that happen?
Sabrina got behind the defense but lost it. Now Queensboro with the chance the other way, but Birch will slow it down. Ahmed with the fake, the shot, air ball. But saved in. Ward going inside. Shot off glass is no good. Makeable shots, right? Good looks.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to outdate people, but I'll go way back. I'll get a former Knick, Mike Reardon, who someone might have heard of. And he started out playing the game, and he'd come in the game and give a foul. That's why they put him in the game, to give a foul, because they don't want to get their big men in foul trouble, the big people.
And then he was traded for Earl Monroe.
And yes, he went to the Bullets. I'll finish this in a moment.
And traveling is called in the Queensboro bench. We had Herman. He's saying, hey, go up for the shot. She was right alone underneath the basket and passed back out.
See, this is what you have to learn, though, in the midst of a battle. But anyway, as young men, not real small kids, but young men would go to the Garden and would yell, give him one, Mike, give him one, because that's why they put him in the game. And he's a tough player, too. But I'll tell you what, Mike Reardon wound up being a very good basketball player for several years.
Loose ball picked up by McNeil, and a foul is called against the Alumni.
And he did it because he found a way that when his coach told him, we need this from you, I want you to do that, he was willing to do it, and so he always had a spot on that team, And that's what it takes, being a ball player sometimes. You're not going to be the big scorer on this team. We want this from you.
This might be danger time down 10 with 8:07
Yes,
to go.
it is.
If they make their run, it's going to have to start now. And Ward hits.
She's had a good game.
Mm-hmm.
And big play right there.
Bad news for Queensboro, though. Candidia Carroll is getting ready to come back in the game for the Alumni.
Yeah, that can't be good news.
There's a tie-up. So the ball goes to QCC on the alternating possession arrow.
But you know what? If you're David Chambers, I think you want to see these young ladies play against her and see if she can be stopped and how well they can do with that. There it is again, the Ward.
That one is no good and rebounded by Redwood. 7:35 to play. Williams being guarded by McNeil. 15 on the shot clock. Reversing the ball. Down to 10, Weathers.
Oop.
Nice pass to Williams. Nice passing, but somebody's going to have to shoot.
Yep.
And Ward blocks the shot.
Yeah, Ward knew that, and she went out. She got the smaller girl and said, I'm eating this one up.
Ahmed along too. Well, she gives it up, but then the shot is missed.
Oh,
It's a nice
boy.
fake by Ahmed.
Yeah.
Like she was going to go up for it.
That would have been big, Dave, too, because off that defensive play, that would have lit a fire under. They're going to have a chance to get the ball back here.
And they miss a fast break opportunity because McNeil was behind the defense.
Oh.
And then Redwood.
Wow. As we've said, when you run into Redwood, you are bound to go backwards.
Forearm shiver, right?
That was close to an offensive foul, but Redwood was moving.
Happened right in front of David Chambers also. Probably had memories of the last few years.
She really stretched herself on that one.
Ward not happy with herself for missing that. Under 6.5 to play. Paredes for three, air ball. Leathers hits it back, shot clock reset, and it shouldn't have, so the ref goes to the scorer's table. Ball never hit the rim, so the Alumni will have it with the 11 on the shot clock.
Well, the young Tigers are making it tough on themselves right now. They had a few opportunities, and it's understandable. I mean, they're playing a team that won't let you get away with mistakes.
And now the Alumni make a mistake. (45-37) Alumni, 6:10 to go.
Let me say, try to drive it to the basket a little, but they're going to go for the outside shot.
Birch for three, and she misses. She kind of took Torres' role as the designated, I'm taking 23s a game.
I would like to see them maybe take advantage of the little leg weariness of the Alumni team right now and try to get it to the basket.
Maybe both teams are tired, and that's why they're settling for all these long threes.
Sure. You mentioned it earlier. They have the less numbers, so maybe that's setting in a little now. They're going to bring a new girl right back in off the bench here. Try to remedy that a little bit. Remedy that.
Sabrina Moore going back in for the Alumni with 5:44 to go.
I think Sabrina's played pretty well here all afternoon. She missed a layup. She's made some bad passes, but she has made big shots too and done some good things.
I think they want to make sure there aren't 6 Alumni on the court again.
You have to do that.
And Sabrina Moore will not be back in for the Alumni.
Let's watch this set here.
Birch.
What are you going to run? What do you run here?
Go back outside to Ward. Dudley Adams going to the basket. No good. And Ward dribbles back out. Takes a long two. No good.
See,
Another chance.
I like that they brought it to the basket, though, David.
And Birch hits a three, and it's a 5-point game.
She's the one capable of making the three, Birch.
5:08 to go. This is like the first one. We have a good game.
Now they got to dig in on D again, and it's a recurring process. You have to keep doing the same things.
Birch with the rebound.
Come on, get it up court. They want to push it up court right now.
Ahmed really playing off of her, but she puts up an air ball.
There was no need to take that shot right there, David. She could have got closer to the basket.
Torres, long pass. Redwood, bounce pass. Carroll puts it in. There they are again.
You know, that's where they'll kill you. They'll kill you like that.
A game that the Alumni have led from 6 seconds in. Birch misses a three, gets her own rebound, and a foul is called.
All right, give credit to Birch. She knew that she was in between on that shot, banked it, didn't measure it properly, and she went after the ball. So give her big marks on that.
She can really tell when her shot is off because she gets a lot of offensive rebounds off missed threes.
And that's what it takes. You got to know exactly what you did and go in there and make good for it.
Misses the first. It's funny, she'll miss a three, and all the defenders are looking at the ball to see if it goes in, and she's running right by them.
This free throw becomes a pretty big one, though. Do you want to stay within 6 here?
2 possessions.
Yeah, a three-pointer can get you right back on top of the other team.
So you think sometimes you don't lose a game in the second half as much as the first half, and they were down by 14 5 minutes into the game and have been trying to come back the entire game.
I tell you this, though, they played pretty well.
Yes.
I mean, I'm going to give them good grades for stay-to-itness.
Sly to Barry inside. Carroll. They have no answer.
They'll kill you there.
49-41, under 4 minutes to play.
And there are two real veterans, Torres and Carroll. I mean, they were through some wars together, so.
Here's a three-pointer, and it went over the backboard. Alumni ball, 3:43 to go.
You saw them come up court and look at each other and say, yeah, that's what I want to do. And, that was like bringing back the old days right there, Dave. It's going into a time machine and saying, remember when we did that against BMCC or –
Saying earlier, some of these alumni have played together in games more than the current team has.
Yes.
Carroll again.
She's eating them up
wow.
now. They just keep getting her to the ball. And
I think she would be the MVP of this game if that was such a thing.
Like I said, if you're David Chambers, you want her back in the game because you want these girls to play against her. You don't want to win this game without her being in there.
Air ball on a three-pointer. This is starting to look like might be the Alumni's game. If they score here under 3 minutes to go.
See if they go to Carroll another time here.
Until they prove they can stop her. And Carroll misses, and then they miss the rebound.
Yeah, because they were trying to box out. There was nobody there to box out, and they wound up fighting each other, and they tipped the ball out. So Carroll has really thrown them into like a spin a little bit. I think they're going to go to her again if they can, if she's in the game. That pass was intended, but it never got there.
2:40 to go. Game not over yet, but they really need to score here. Ward to Ahmed. McNeil. Good passing, and then Carroll blocks the shot, doing it at both ends. Unless he can't teach a hit at three now. She's done everything else, right?
Yeah. The Lady Tigers will figure out who is the go-to girl at some point in the season. They're not going to do that right now.
10-second violation.
But you know what? The Alumni knows who they were going to with the ball every trip down, and that's the difference in the game right now. .2:16 to go.
Tipped, and Sabrina gets it. Sabrina goes all the way and lays it in.
Trying to put the icing on the cake, Sabrina.
2 minutes to go.
You know what? You have some pretty good Lady Tiger basketball players out there right now on the Alumni side.
And traveling is called. Looks like this is not going to be the Lady Tigers' day, but this was a good one.
David?
Maybe not a high-scoring game, Joe, but a good one.
They took Redwood out. I think maybe they're going to put her back in, but no, they're not.
So she can tackle somebody else.
You have Sly, you have Moore, you have Carroll out there. I mean, these are all the top players of all time in this program. All right, big play.
Lays it in. 53-43. Now Queensborough can work on their press defense. And a foul is called. No free throws yet.
So I would say that's more than an Alumni team when you put maybe two of your best players and then another one that might be in the top 6 out there of all time.
80 seconds to go. Sabrina, they go inside. Tiberi is fouled.
And now they just put another one in, Tiberi. So now you got 3 of maybe their greatest players of all time. Good game. Excellent game to watch. Neither team backed off in this game. That's what you like about it.
Yeah.
The Lady Tigers came out here to win, and they really put their all into it, and they're gonna come up a little short perhaps, but not from the lack of effort.
Decent effort other than the first 5 minutes. And that pass is thrown right to Sly.
Yeah, I think the afternoon is really wound down now, and I think the young Tigers know that they're really up against it, that it's going to be very tough to come back in this game.
It was 45-40. They did get it to within 5. And then the Alumni kind of pulled away.
Tiberi trying to pull something out of the bag there. And then they foul her.
And Tiberi is helped up.
And we said this so many times. She was some ball player for Queensborough. I mean, you had to see her in tournament games, and the eye of the tiger for Tiberi.
Carroll, another rebound, and goes back outside to Leathers. Leathers throws it out to Sabrina. 30 seconds to go.
They're going to run it out, if just about.
And it's going to be another win for the old-timers, the old school, the Alumni. Carroll, can she do it one more time? No, her shot is blocked. Ward had seen enough. 10 seconds. And Sabrina takes it. They want one more basket.
Yep.
And they have it.
Great game. Great game in terms of spirit, in terms of competition. You couldn't have asked for a better game, except if it went down to the final seconds, of course.
If we have a buzzer beater. No. So the final score, the Alumni beat the Lady Tigers 56-43.
I have to give both teams a lot of credit for giving us a great show here, and that was a little more than an Alumni game. That was an entertaining, good basketball game.
I think they like showing the new players what they have to live up to, especially with all the winning in recent years, the 5 titles.
Tell you what, the new players showed some real spurts there that maybe they got the program in good hands. I don't know if they're going to win a CUNY title out of it, but they are going to work on it, and they're going to progress, I think, and become and probably they'll have more ball players eventually. They only came in with 7 here, so
and then ended the game with 6.
Yeah. So there are good things to look for with the women's program, and there always are, and they'll be very competitive, no doubt. That's basically all you can ask for.
Well, that was a fun one. Thank you for watching. For Joe Massey, this is QCC alum David Russell, but Joe Massey has more he wants to say.
Thank you, David. It was a fun time, and when it really gets interesting is when you see how these newer Tigers do against the rest of the CUNY or against a tough out-of-town opponent that they played in the past, how well they measure up. Because you've had the pleasure of doing some really great games in this building, and it wasn't always a CUNY team. It was somebody in the Region 15, and they come in with a lot of talent, some of these kids.
So again, the final score, the Alumni 56, Queensboro 43.